By Allah, I have never seen so much cancer. A Karl Marx anime. Finally, I guess. It's what we've all been waiting for. But what the hell is this? So I'm guessing that it's Engels on the left, Marx in the middle as the leader, and Jenny von Westphalen, his future wife, that I suppose that they're romancing. Oh my god. What I love about this, though, it's unironically like 19th century hipster Karl Marx. But I tell you what, anime community, get ready for an invasion of communists, because you're going to get them after this. I mean, to be fair, you probably got the invasion of Nazis already. I mean, I just assume there's a Hitler anime. I don't watch anime. I'm not a disgusting weeb. I think Karl Marx may be the father of communism, but he will soon be the sparkle-eyed communist daddy we've waited for. China-based anime streaming site, I can't pronounce that, recently announced to great fanfare that it will soon be releasing an anime detailing the life and times of the writer, philosopher and activist in celebration of Karl Marx's 200th birthday. Yes, you read that right. Karl Marx, co-author of the Communist Manifesto, will be reincarnated as an anime character. I bet he could literally never have envisaged this. No, but to be fair, he didn't envisage anything, really. Everything that he predicted failed. The proletariat did not become a monolithic giant block. Instead, we've got loads and loads of different social classes. We have apparently 7 different social classes in this country now. This giant proletariat didn't revolt to overthrow the bourgeoisie and their remarkable holdings on society. It turns out the bourgeoisie became like the majority of society. So, you know, all I'm saying is that everything Marx said was wrong. And as they say here, the political economist behind the unfinished Das Kapital. Yeah, I don't think he was a political economist, and he didn't even finish his primary work. And the problem with it is, it looks tempting to intellectuals. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think a lot of intellectuals just want to square the circles that Marx came up against, because he couldn't do it and he left it unfinished. I think a lot of intelligent young men are drawn to it because they think on a subconscious level there is a puzzle that can be solved here, and if I can just get this right, then I could be the guy who invents real communism. And honestly, I don't think they can, but I think it's something that it's a mystery to a lot of people. I mean, I've seen people try to explain the Labour theory of value so many times, and it's got so many holes in, and they're constantly trying to patch the holes as you go along with the argument with them. The sensible explanation of value is in scarcity and demand. It doesn't need any further explanation because it applies to everything. It's not just money, it applies to literally everything. If there is a scarcity of it and there's a demand for it, it has value. And it doesn't have to be financial value, it can just be value in principle. But I think this is why this kind of interpretation of Marx is appealing to bourgeois types. So it's not like the revolutionary Stalinist type, because they're a bunch of soy boys, but they are kind of highly educated, technocratic types, and they would love to be able to fix the world and make everything perfect, and so not have to feel that there's a problem because there are problems in the world. But that's just my musings from having dealt with a bunch of armchair Marxists. But yes, this anime is going to feature, as they say, a slim, trim, blue-eyed, trenchcoat sporting, wet dream of a revolutionary. Ah yes, Karl Marx, the only man uglier than Socrates. But this is the interesting bit. Promotional materials for the anime series seem to suggest that different arms of the Chinese government, including the Office for Research and Construction of Marxist Theory, helped with the production of the anime. But hey, I'm cool with state-sponsored propaganda if it means it'll help fuel the proliferation of Marx and Engels, yay. Weeaboos of the world unite. This is why people become Nazis. I tell you what, the fact that you need an Office for Research and Construction of Marxist Theory is really indicative of the fundamental failures of Marxist theory. How can that apply in regular people's lives? If you need an official government office to construct the ideas, how is a regular person meant to just go about their lives? You have to have this imposed from the top down. This is what I mean when I say that I don't think there is any kind of non-authoritarian version of Marxist theory, because all of this sort of stuff has to be imposed from the top down. Whereas liberalism is from the bottom up, and it rejects top-down methodology like this. And that's what makes it way more successful. You have to stop people from becoming liberal by pumping out communist propaganda and trying to infect the culture with it. Otherwise, people will kind of default back to a kind of natural, freewheeling liberal living their life where they don't really want to be coerced or propagandized by a totalitarian government. Freedom is the better option, and to be honest with you, it produces better societies. Demonstrably so. Why on earth would anyone be pleased that the communist Chinese state is creating cultural propaganda to spread around the world? That's not a good thing.